Tiny just served T.I. divorce papers, and she did it right after he disowned their son, King Harris. The whole marriage collapsed the moment King's arrest went viral, and instead of standing by his son, T.I. walked away. This wasn't Tiny's first time checking out. She once filed for divorce and pulled it back, but the cracks have been there forever.
I spent millions on you. What the are you saying?
I've done plenty for you. I ain't did for him. What the is you saying?
The point is that you were with a dude that you know I'm at odds with.
Excuse me, but you were with a girl that you met through me.
Back in 2022, King filmed himself snapping at a Waffle House worker over pickles. That meltdown cemented him as the family's loose cannon.
I'm outside. Okay. I'm outside. Come on, shake some. Come on, shake some. Come on, shake some. Hey, get your employees. Get your employees.
People clowned him as spoiled, but behind the scenes, it was clear King was already drifting into dangerous territory. T.I. himself went on Instagram, warning his son that if he kept it up, prison was waiting.
So yeah, these two don't have a good relationship, and don't even get me started on how T.I. crashed out on King when he was arrested 2 years ago.
Stop hitting me and getting in my comments, telling me what to tell King, okay? I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas, he's going to prison.
But instead of pulling King closer, T.I. let the boy crash out on his own. Tiny never forgave him for that, and that was just the beginning. 2 years later, in October 2024, King's reckless behavior caught up with him, and he got arrested at a gas station.
I don't know what they're going to be talking about.
Apparently there was some kind of miscommunication, because right now it's, well, you see it right here on my computer. It's still showing up on it.
That arrest was the tipping point that cracked the marriage wide open. Tiny listed King's downfall as the main reason for filing, and instead of fighting for his wife or his family, T.I. let it ride. And King wasn't just in trouble with the law, he was beefing with his own dad in public. That Falcons game fight wasn't a regular father-son spat. And instead of handling it quietly, the clip hit the internet with people praising T.I. for disciplining King while Tiny seethed. When she got home and found out he had kicked King out, that was the nail in the coffin for their marriage. But that's not all. King became a dad himself in November 2024, and T.I. turned it into a comedy bit on a podcast.
Raise this child to torture you the way that you tortured me. I promise you, there will be an indictment in this young one.
Tiny didn't find that funny at all. She saw it as T.I. enabling the same destructive cycle that ruined him, only now it was about to swallow their son too. And the rumors swirling around King's baby mama being way older, that only made Tiny more furious that T.I. was hyping it up instead of protecting his son from making the same mistakes. At the root of all this is the fact that King grew up without a real father figure. T.I. was in and out of jail when he was born, and by the time he was free, King had already gotten used to being raised by his grandmother. He only stepped foot in his parents' house when the cameras were rolling for their reality show.
Because I live with my grandma. You know, we'll go to the house on like the weekend. They'll say, hey, we shooting today. We need y'all at the house. They'll come get me from my grandma's house. And right after we done, when the cameras go off, I'm right back to my grandma's house.
Tiny saw the writing on the wall. To her, King's downfall wasn't random, it was inherited. Now Tiny's allegedly done, T.I. is cold, and King's still spiraling. All that's left is the fallout, and it's already knocking at their door.
Umar Johnson is in the middle of the biggest meltdown of his career. It's looking like his dream school is about to cost him his freedom. Just weeks after begging supporters to send him money because his bank accounts got frozen, now the city of Wilmington has hit him with a sheriff's sale notice that could snatch the FDMG Academy right out from under him. And fans online, they're already saying it plain, Dr. Umar's scamming is going to jail. But that's only the beginning, because the more you look at these receipts, the more this looks less like a paperwork mistake and more like the kind of financial mess that lands people in cuffs. On August 13th, 2025, news broke that Umar's prized project, the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy in Wilmington, was facing a sheriff's sale. According to sources, the city posted an auction notice right on the school building, claiming he owes vacant property fees and utilities. Umar went live furious, saying the city never even called or emailed him. They just slapped a sign on the door. And to make it worse, those vacant property fees are jumping from $5,000 to $12,000 a year this fall. But here's where it gets messy, because failure to pay those fees doesn't just threaten the building. It raises the question, if the city forces a sale, where did all the donation money go? Just last month, Umar admitted his personal and school bank accounts were frozen after what he called a hacking attempt. He posted a plea online asking supporters to Cash App, Apple Pay, or PayPal him money just so he could survive.
Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. For my loyal supporters, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifatunde and myself until my bank account is frozen, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal.
In his own words, that clip spread like wildfire, and critics weren't buying it. Fans flooded the comments saying, "Yep, Dr. Umar is most definitely going to jail for scamming, and he should be arrested on tax evasion." And honestly, they might not be far off. When your accounts are frozen, your property is up for auction, and your donors are demanding transparency, it's the perfect storm for investigators to step in. Umar has publicly admitted he was scammed by black contractors while trying to renovate FDMG. He blasted them on social media, saying they took his money and left him hanging. Now think about this. He's been raising donations for over a decade, yet the building is still unfinished. The minute people hear contractors ran off with the money, it opens the door for claims of mismanagement, fraud, or even conspiracy. And if you're already under financial scrutiny, that's the type of admission that can turn into evidence in court. This ain't the first time Umar's behavior raised eyebrows. Y'all remember that viral clip where Umar showed up to a school board meeting waving 2 swords at 3 white female board directors?
What are you going to do to punish principals that allow black boys to be put in special ed for discipline problems and not for learning problems?
That stunt got people talking about his mental state and how far he's willing to go when cornered. When you mix that kind of erratic public behavior with financial drama, law enforcement doesn't just see a struggling activist, they see a liability. The internet is brutal right now. Fans are straight up predicting Umar's downfall. When public sentiment flips like this, prosecutors pay attention. Remember how community outrage pushed R. Kelly's case back into the spotlight years after people thought it was over? That same pressure could force Wilmington authorities or even the feds to make a move. At its core, Umar pitched the FDMG Academy as a revolution, a school that would save young black boys from what he called the miseducation of America. That's why people donated year after year, even when nothing seemed to change. But now, that dream is unraveling in real time. If the building goes to auction, it's not just a school lost, it's proof to critics that Umar was selling a fantasy. And if investigators find that donations weren't handled properly, Umar won't just lose the property, he could lose his freedom. This is the tragic irony. The man who built his brand on liberation might get remembered as another fallen leader undone by money and management. The deadline for Umar to pay off those fees is August 25th, 2025. If he doesn't, the school goes to auction. He's urging his supporters to rally at Wilmington City Hall and even considering legal action against the city. Even if he saves the building, his frozen accounts and years of financial controversy might already have federal investigators circling. And if that's true, y'all, the next Umar headline could be about handcuffs, not classrooms. So what do y'all think? Is Dr. Umar being targeted by the system, or is this finally karma catching up after years of shaky promises? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this one has the culture split right down the middle. Make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned. Dreams